Hey Mama, welcome to the podcast. My name is Jocelyn and I am looking forward to being here with you today. Something unique about me is that I have hair that grows two colors. It's mostly brunette, and then I've got a blonde spot that grows right up front actually. So that's kind of fun. I've actually never colored my hair, and I'm also starting to show some grays. My blonde spot is growing, it looks like. Anyways, that's a little bit about me. I have 5 kids, and I enjoy sharing what I have learned about pregnancy with you so that hopefully you can find more positivity and better mental health during your pregnancy. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, fellow mom of 5 and host of the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find the positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life. And I can help you. Let's find positivity during our pregnancies and in our motherhood together. Thanks for joining. Sometimes I'm really decided on what I'm going to be doing for my podcast episodes, and other times it's a little bit of searching, wondering, thinking. And today I spent some time searching and thinking if I should do a different topic than the one that's been on my mind. And I thought about it, but then it just feels like I was going to do one on anxiety, and I feel like I've done a lot on anxiety. I still might get to that in the near future, but I felt to go back to the one that I have been thinking about. The reason I didn't really want to do a podcast on this topic, though, is because I feel like it won't be super long, which I guess is fine. My podcasts aren't very long anyway, so this might even be a shorter podcast. But hopefully you can take it into your life this week and not overanalyze some things in the future. Okay, so what I mean by that is I'm giving you permission, and this is what I wanted the podcast to be about, is permission to not think about having more kids while you are pregnant. If you are pregnant and you like being pregnant, you may not like that thought, and this episode may not be for you if you are one who enjoys being pregnant. But if you find pregnancy very difficult, all the signs, the symptoms, the body changes, if they're hard for you, you're in the right spot. And sometimes those signs and symptoms can be so very difficult that they try every fiber of your being, and you just don't know how to keep going. You tell yourself, this is so hard. If you're like me, you've even said before, I'm never having another kid again. I've done that during a couple of my pregnancies. I had some very, very difficult days. Even after implementing some of my mindset stuff, I still had some really hard days. And I would just mentally tell myself, I'm not going to do this again. And I want you to have the permission and to realize that you don't have to think about having other kids right now. And that is actually kind of freeing, because especially if you're just getting started and you want kids, like you want more than a few kids, it feels daunting and it feels so unachievable. It feels almost depressive to think about it. And I don't want you to get in a depressive state. I want to help guide you to positivity during your pregnancy. And sometimes if you have to think about doing this again multiple times, that's not positivity. In fact, it's dread and forlorn. And so sometimes when it comes to mental health and when it comes to our thoughts, we have to intentionally direct them away from things that we don't need to be thinking about at this time in our life. So being pregnant again is one of those things that you do not have to think about during this season of your life. You're already pregnant. You need to focus on your pregnancy and having the baby. And then once you do that, once you have the baby, once you get in a better mindset, better spot, maybe after you've forgotten a little bit, you can think about being pregnant again. One of the things I'd like to start highlighting a little more on my podcast is being able to desire to have more kids, like not hating pregnancy to the point that you will not have more. Some women do that, and it is heartbreaking that they hate pregnancy. They allow their thoughts to go to a place of hating pregnancy so bad that they will not have more kids. And that's really sad because kids are such a blessing. The more kids I have had, and the older I've gotten, the more I've realized what a blessing and what a joy they bring. Now, they are more work and they do take more time, but they are so fun. And it is so fun to watch your older kids with your younger kids. Nonetheless, sorry about that side tangent, it is not something that you need to think about while being pregnant is having more kids. Just take it one at a time. And if the thoughts of fear or dread at having more children comes to your mind, just push it away. Say, nope, I am not going to think about that. I will give myself permission to think about that later in the future, but right now I am just thinking about this pregnancy. And then use the art of distraction to think of something different. So go to gratitude, go to my past pregnancy affirmation podcast episodes. I'll link a couple of them in the show notes. I'll link a gratitude episode in the show notes. Take care of your mental health. Maybe you need to cry it out. Maybe you need to give yourself grace. Maybe you need to smile at yourself. Tell yourself that you love you. You care about you. Those little things are things that you can and should be focusing on. Not to the fear and dread of being pregnant or having to go through all of this over again. Pregnancy is a lot and it can feel very heavy, but I want you to feel encouraged. And one way to help you feel encouraged is by uplifting your thoughts. I have on my website a lot of mini videos that I have filmed when I was pregnant with my fourth, and then after my fourth. I used my own videos while I was pregnant with my fifth to help me find more positivity during my pregnancy. And I would not be podcasting about this if they did not work. In fact, there were days after my fourth baby where I thought about giving in the towel and just saying, no, I'm not going to podcast about pregnancy anymore. But here comes the fifth baby. I implement my own videos, I use them, and it helped. It helped me find more joy, more beauty in pregnancy, and especially more positivity. Now, as I mentioned, every moment was not perfect. Every moment was not glowing with happiness and joy. But I was able to dig myself out of some of those mental trenches that my mind was wanting to go in because of these exercises. And I know that if you implement them into your life, you will be able to do the same and find more joy and beauty in pregnancy. I have taken each of my babies one at a time, and by doing that, it's allowed me to have 5 babies so far. And don't think about the future babies for yourself. Just think about this one at a time, this one that you are doing right now. If you need that extra added help, I've got those videos on my website. They are in those 4 areas that I talk a lot about on my podcast. Gratitude, to change your attitude. Pregnancy affirmations for mindset domination. Negative to positive is a great way to live, and mental health can bring emotional wealth. So my videos are broken down into those categories. So if you know of something that you are struggling with, you will be able to find the videos by categories. You can look at them listed in alphabetical order. I've got some on worry, on anxiety and stress, giving yourself grace. They go into more detail, and you get a downloadable video and audio of me talking to you. I know podcasting, you don't really get to see me, but those videos you will get to see me. If you like this podcast, please tell a fellow pregnant mom about it. Share with her that it has helped enlighten you and encourage you in these beautiful motherly endeavors. I am cheering for you. Your family is cheering for you. And I know deep inside, you are cheering for you to find more positivity during this pregnancy. Keep it up. It is incremental work. You don't instantly always see the results, but over time, you will notice a difference. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts and becoming the mother that you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. Thanks for joining. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward in your motherhood. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.